The assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump on July 13th is the most significant operational failure of the Secret Service in decades. As a director of the United States Secret Service, I take full responsibility for any security lapse.
Have you provided all audio and video recordings in your possession to this committee, as we asked on July 15th, yes or no?
I would have to get back to you.
That is a no. You're full of today. You're just being completely dishonest.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Lawmakers grilling a Secret Service Director, Kim Cheatle, yesterday on Capitol Hill over the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. Cheatle is now facing calls to resign from members of both parties. So our Nikole Killion was at the hearing and joins us now from Capitol Hill with the very latest. First off, before we get to Representative Nancy Mace, did we hear anything new, any light sort of shed on the events of that day and what went wrong?
Well, look, I mean, the Secret Service director deflected a lot of the questions just due to the ongoing FBI investigation, much to the frustration of lawmakers. I think one thing that we learned new was this idea that people in advance had spotted this shooter and that agents were informed some 2 to 5 times of this suspicious individual. And so the question was raised, why would they then allow the former president to go up on stage having that advanced warning? So again, Secret Service director continued to say that some of that was still under investigation, but the fact that there were multiple notifications to agents ahead of time certainly was significant. Also, the director did push back against these claims by some Republicans that the Secret Service denied additional assistance or resources to the Trump campaign. That is something that the director pushed back against, suggesting that they did have sufficient assets and they did provide assets and resources to the Trump campaign. And of course, many lawmakers continue to press the Secret Service director about why that roof was unsecured, how that gunman was able to get on top of that roof within 500 feet of the former president. And again, the Secret Service director continued to insist that that was under investigation, although she did acknowledge that it was a failure on the part of her agency. And she did say that she takes full responsibility for what happened.
Well, she was asked over and over again why she hasn't resigned yet. She had previously put out a statement and saying that she wasn't going to resign. But speaking of Representative Mace, she's actually moved to have the director impeached. What do we know about that and sort of what happens next?
Yeah, well, this was a privilege resolution that the Congresswoman filed late last night, essentially accusing the Secret Service director of dereliction of duty. You obviously played that very sharp exchange between the Congresswoman and the Secret Service director. And, with these kinds of privilege resolutions, the House has 2 legislative days to consider it. It's unclear exactly where leadership may stand on this, if other lawmakers may support it. I was talking to one member of the committee just yesterday who suggested while he is very peeved with the Secret Service director, he's not sure if he wants to go that far. So we'll kind of see whether lawmakers follow Congresswoman Mace's lead. But certainly she was trying to make a statement in filing that resolution.
All right, Nikole, thank you.
You bet.